Hello and welcome to the daily Forex report for July 3rd. We're going to look at the US Japanese yen pair first. This pair did close up on Friday. It moved much higher before pulling back to close. We are looking for this pair to potentially go as high as 81.51, possibly as low as 80.10. Look for some resistance around 81.15 and look for some support around 80.25. Alright, now looking at the Euro USD pair, this pair continues to move to the upside. It did break the previous session's high, but did close below it. It did move up all week, gapped up just a little bit. We should see it pull back to the previous Friday's close, and once we see that, it might be pushing forward, pushing to the upside. It did have a very strong week last week, so we'll have to see if that is played out due to the market action here. We broke the high but closed below it, and our low here was real close to the previous session's low. It wasn't this nice upward move that we had each day for the first 3 days. So really be interesting to see what's going to come of this, whether it's going to go to the upside or pull back at this point. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 146.67, possibly as low as 143.63. Look for some resistance around 145.65 and look for some support around 144.25. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair created an inside bar on Friday. It did gap down at the open about 15 pips. We are looking for that to retrace. Look for it to potentially go as high as 161.60, possibly as low as 159.19. Look for some resistance around 161.15 and look for some support around 159.65. Now the US Swiss, this pair gapped down at the open, not too far, but did gap. We are looking for that to fill prior to the week's close. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.8568, possibly as low as 0.8346. Look for some resistance around 0.8525 and look for some support around 0.8400. Alright, now as far as news announcements go, we don't have any significant news announcements coming out tomorrow. It is the 4th of July, so the U.S. markets will be closed. So keep that in mind. Should be some very low volume. As far as trades I'm looking at during this next session, the U.S. Japanese yen pair did create a swing trade opportunity over the last 3 sessions. Not sure if we're going to get there as far as the breakout of this trend line. It's pretty good ways from it. However, if we do, we can look for it to at least go up and tag that high. This would be roughly a move of about 14 pips, just a quick scalp as it would be. About 32 pips from that. Definitely could see that kind of volume here in the U.S. Japanese yen pair. Just realize that like I said, we are going to the U.S. market is closed, so we should have a little bit lighter volume than usual. Now the pound US dollar pair did create an inside bar over the last session, or 2 sessions rather. We will be looking for the breakout to occur to the upside. The next logical spot as far as previous support that would now be resistance is roughly about 33, 36, somewhere in there, 35 pips to the upside. Looking to buy around the 161.16 mark, looking to exit around the 161.52 mark. Now to the downside, which is a little bit further jump, a pretty quick move on this one would be about a 20 pip move to the downside. So dropping in around the 159.70 mark, getting out around the 159.49 mark for that short. There's a little bit closer look at that. Do be aware though that to the downside we'd be looking at about 102 pips. Not necessarily uncommon for this pair to move that much, just be aware of it. To the upside about 105 to go through our 2 targets. Hope that helps. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.